Hey everyone, ready to ditch some serious mental baggage?
Because today we are diving deep into how to break free from those sneaky limiting beliefs.
That might be holding you back.
Right.
We've got Gilby Vittman's article as our guide today
And trust me, he does not mess around when it comes to practical advice.
for unlocking your potential.
And we're not just talking about your average positive thinking here, right?
Yeah,
Vittman, he goes deeper, showing how these beliefs become those self-fulfilling prophecies.
ever notice how that little voice saying ugh, I'm not good enough?
It always seems to show up right before things get real.
Oh yeah.
Vittman Delian, he calls out some of those really common ones, right? I'm not worthy of love.
I'll never be financially secure.
Even, I'm just not creative.
I've definitely battled a few of those myself.
Yeah.
Which ones resonate with you?
Hold that thought, because we're going to unpack why they have so much power over us.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
It's like these beliefs, they create this mental map that we navigate our lives by.
Even if the map is totally outdated,
Or full of dead ends.
we still cling to it.
Because it's familiar.
Okay, so how does this mental map thing actually play out in the real world?
Okay, so think of it this way.
If your mental map tells you you're not good at relationships,
You might unconsciously sabotage opportunities for connection.
you might be more likely to pick fights
Push people away.
or settle for less than you deserve.
All because deep down you believe you're not worthy of a loving, fulfilling partnership.
It's like you're subconsciously trying to prove your limiting belief.
Right. Ouch. Yeah, I've seen that happen.
And the article talks about how these beliefs even mess with our ability.
To manifest our goals.
Oh, that's where things get really interesting, at least for me.
Yeah.
We're going to dive into that connection between limiting beliefs and manifestation,
Especially this idea of vibrational mismatch.
which sounds kind of woo-woo.
What is actually super practical.
So before the break, we were talking about how those limiting beliefs can really, throw a wrench in our manifestation efforts.
Exactly.
A lot of people, they think of manifestation as just, wishing for something.
And poof, it appears.
Yeah.
But it's definitely more nuanced than that.
It's really about aligning your energy
Your actions.
with your desires.
Mhm.
Think of it like this.
If you're trying to get to a destination,
You wouldn't just think about it, would you?
right,
You would get in your car.
and start driving in that direction, right? So where do those limiting beliefs fit into all of this?
Well, imagine, you're trying to get to, say, a beautiful mountaintop.
But your mental map is full of warnings.
About treacherous roads, dead ends,
Uh-huh.
maybe even, a monster or two.
Lurking in the woods.
Are you going to hop in your car and speed towards that destination?
No way!
You'd probably stay stuck at home, too scared to even try.
Exactly.
And that's what limiting beliefs do to our manifestation efforts.
They create fear, doubt, hesitation
They keep us from taking the action necessary.
to achieve our goals.
And this is where that whole vibrational mismatch thing comes in, right?
Yeah.
Vittman talks about how our beliefs have a certain energy, a frequency,
Uh-huh.
and if it doesn't match the frequency of what we want to attract.
It's like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole.
Precisely.
Imagine you have two tuning forks.
You strike one, and the other starts vibrating at the same frequency.
That's resonance, right?
Right.
Manifestation works similarly, so you emit energy,
Based on your beliefs and your emotions.
and then the universe kind of responds in kind.
So if your energy's all I'm not worthy of abundance.
You're not going to attract abundance
Right.
because you're not a vibrational match for it.
Yeah.
It's like trying to tune your radio to a pop station.
when your dial is stuck on classical music.
You might get a few notes here and there, but the signal is going to be weak and inconsistent.
That's a great way to put it.
So to manifest effectively
We need to clear out the static of those limiting beliefs.
and tune ourselves to the frequency of what we desire.
Okay, that makes so much sense.
So how do we actually do that? Where do we even begin?
Thankfully, Vittman doesn't leave us hanging.
He offers some really insightful strategies
He does.
for identifying.
And more importantly, shifting those limiting beliefs.
We're going to dive into those right after a quick break.
Don't go anywhere. All right, we are back
And we've been uncovering these really practical strategies
to break free from those limiting beliefs.
with guidance from Gilby Vittman, of course.
But before the break, we were talking about how self-compassion is key in this process, right? It's like we're hitting the gym, but for our minds.
Right.
You got to celebrate those small victories along the way.
Absolutely.
But what are some other ways?
To make these mental shifts stick. I'm ready for some takeaways, people.
Yeah, well, Vittman talks a lot about this.
The power of surrounding yourself with what he calls resonant energy.
Resonant energy.
So think about it, like,
If you're trying to manifest abundance, right?
mhm,
But you're constantly surrounded by negativity or scarcity,
or people who are just like constantly reinforcing your limiting
it's
beliefs.
going to be a really, really uphill battle.
Yeah, it's like trying to grow a garden in a desert.
Totally.
You need the right environment to truly flourish, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
So how do we create that resonant energy in our
Uh-huh.
lives?
So it really starts with being mindful of who and what you're allowing into your space.
And that might mean like some difficult conversations with people who bring you down,
Oh, yeah.
or setting some boundaries with
You're
those.
constantly draining your energy.
It could also look like being more selective about the media that you consume,
The books you read.
even just like the social media accounts that you follow.
It's like curating your own little mental ecosystem,
Yes.
making sure it's like fertile ground for the thoughts and beliefs and experiences.
You want to cultivate. One thing I found really helpful for like staying aligned with that positive energy.
Is practicing gratitude.
Yeah, gratitude's huge.
When you focus on what you're grateful for,
You're really shifting your
a
energy.
place of lack to a place of abundance.
And that is really, really powerful for manifestation.
It's true. And Wittmann, he actually talks about gratitude.
As a sort of energetic shortcut
Right.
for attracting more good things into your life. It's like
Oh,
we're
right.
sending this signal out to the universe.
Like, hey, we appreciate what we have.
And we're open to receiving more.
Right.
And the universe is like, your wish is my command.
Right.
Yeah.
This has been such an insightful deep dive.
I feel like we've covered so much practical ground today.
But Wittmann, he leaves us with this, like, really thought-provoking question
He does.
that I think brings it all together.
He asks, if you truly believed in your unlimited potential,
If you knew deep down that you were capable of achieving anything you set your mind to,
how would you live your life differently?
that is a really powerful question.
It challenges us to really examine how these limiting beliefs,
Are holding us back.
often in ways that we don't even realize,
It's so easy to get caught up in that day-to-day grind
and forget about the bigger picture.
of what we really want to create with our lives, you know?
Yeah.
But his question, it reminds us.
That the only limits we really have are those that we impose on ourselves.
Exactly. Beautifully said.
And as we kind of wrap up our deep dive today,
I really just encourage you to sit with that question
let it percolate.
and just see what possibilities emerge when you give yourself permission
To dream big.
to break free from those self-imposed limitations.
And to truly step into your power.
And to our listeners, thanks for joining us on this journey.
Into this fascinating world of limiting beliefs and manifestation.
We've explored how these beliefs are formed,
How they impact our lives.
and most importantly, how to break free from their grip,
We hope you've gained some valuable insights today.
and some practical tools to start creating the life you truly desire.
Until next time, keep exploring
Keep growing.
and keep diving deep.